Hey guys, welcome to Protein Treats, and today we are making Parmesan garlic crackers. Now, it's one of the things when you're trying to eat clean, you're eating high protein, you're cutting out all of the simple carbs. What are the things that you really miss? Crackers. But I'm going to show you how you can make delicious, easy crackers yourself at home that are high in protein, high in fiber, and have almost no carbs. So let's get started. All right, so you're gonna need 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. Now you can grate your Parmesan cheese or you can buy it already grated like I did. You're going to need 1/2 cup of coconut flour. Now you can also use an almond flour, but our house is nut-free, so you can substitute your coconut with an almond if you want. You're gonna need 1/4 cup of a full-fat cream, 33 to 36%. The reason why I like using a full-fat cream is you get lots of the good fats that help you to feel full, but also there's no sugar in it. Then you're gonna need 1/4 cup of butter. So I have it here. It's better if it's a little bit cold, but it's not the end of the world. Mine's already started to melt a little bit in the lights here. Then we've got 1/2 teaspoon of salt, of sea salt. We've got 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We have a little bit of ground pepper, fresh ground pepper, and we have about 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. So that's what I put in here. You can go ahead and add whatever herbs you want into your crackers. So if you want dill, if you want any other flavor, go right ahead and add them. And then I have some extra water to give some texture to it, to make sure it's the right texture. Now, I'm not gonna give you an amount of water yet. You'll see as we're making it that you're gonna add water to get it the consistency you want to roll it out, because your protein powder and your coconut can use different amounts of water. And of course, we're gonna use our natural Nutracelle. So to get started, we're gonna start with our dry ingredients. So I'm gonna put in all of my Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna put in my coconut flour. And I'm gonna put in my herbs, spices, and my salt. And I'm going to add here about 2 scoops of natural Nutracelle. There we go. And that's about 1/2 cup. And we're gonna go ahead and mix that all together so it's nice and mixed through. And because we're making a cracker here, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just wanna get it mixed pretty well. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a little pastry knife here, and we're gonna add in or cut in our butter. So I'm gonna go ahead, get all the butter in there. And the great thing about a pastry knife is that it's going to give it almost like a little pea consistency as you go through. Now, if you don't have a pastry knife, just use 2 knives together. So just go like this with 2 knives, that'll work just as well. Once you get the butter cut all the way through so it's nice and even, then we're gonna add in our cream. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that in. And as we're mixing it up with our spoon, we're gonna start to add in a little water until we get it to the consistency that we can roll it out. And I'll show you a trick to doing this when you're working with more of a protein pastry. This is about the consistency that you want. You want something that you know you're gonna be able to roll out really nicely. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it down on our parchment paper, and then we're gonna put some saran wrap over it, and we're gonna roll it that way. Just go ahead and layer your cling wrap so that you don't have any gaps. Like that. I'm gonna add 1 more. And now I'm just gonna take my rolling pin and I'm gonna go ahead and roll this out starting from the center. So once you get it to about the thickness you want it to be pretty thin because they're gonna be crackers. Now you're just gonna take a butter knife and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna score it. So you're gonna cut it into little square cracker shapes. Don't cut all the way through, just press so that you're really scoring it. Just like this. Now when you go and you cook this, what you're gonna find is your outside edges are gonna start to cook first. So what you can do is pull them out of the oven, break off the outside pieces, and then put it back in to finish. Now I'm just gonna pull the saran wrap or the cling wrap right off here. Just if you've been scoring, make sure you catch it all. There we go. And that is perfect. Now if you wanted to, you could put some sesame seeds on the top or sprinkle a little bit more Parmesan across the top, but I'm gonna leave it just like it is here. I'm gonna clean up this edge and I'm gonna pop it in the oven for about 10 minutes, but like I said, I'm gonna be watching at the 5-minute mark to see if I have to take the outside pieces off. All right guys, so we've got our crackers out of the oven. It was almost on the nose, a little over 10 minutes, and as you can see, I didn't pull the edges off, and they burned a little bit, but all the ones in the middle are absolutely perfect. And because we've stored them, they break apart into perfect little crackers. So I'm gonna get these on a little plate and you can see just how good they look. Look at this, you guys. You are never gonna wanna bother with high carb, with chemicals, with all the nasty additives that they put in the kind of crackers that you buy. And you can make your own little Parmesan crackers that are perfect with a high protein dip and taste amazing. So I'm gonna give these a try. They're crunchy. They are so delicious. You are gonna love them. I can't wait to hear what your comments are. I can't wait to hear your feedback on the comments below. And of course, stick around next week when we have more awesome high protein, low carbohydrate, and sugar-free recipes for you. Thanks, guys.